Welcome back, everybody. That was beautiful. My goodness. Terry always cheers me every week. But you all enjoy that. Did you all enjoy it? Yes? And do you want to see more of that in the future? Yes. I like that. Be ready. I'll be the one chasing you anyway. Okay, viewers, please join me to welcome my very good friend on the show. She is a quality education, not the person that April Duffy on the show. Please, thank you. Hello. How are you? Good
Thank
to see
you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Please have a seat. You're looking stunning. What's up? How's things with you?
Thank you.
Very good. Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
To be honest.
Do you enjoy what we've just shown you there today?
That's hilarious.
And what do you think about that?
I'm sure it's great fun.
In the middle of the street, you know?
You seem to have a way better time walking around Dublin than I do.
I wish it's easy that way. Now, April, let's talk about yourself. First of all, you are the chairperson for Equality of Education.
Education equality, yeah.
Education equality.
Yeah.
So can you talk us through it? What is education equality is all about?
Sure, well, it's only a year old, so it's all quite new.
Yeah.
But the organisation formed, just a couple of people came together to form the organisation, basically to campaign for equality in the education system. So your viewers mightn't be aware, but if in Ireland you're either non-religious or you belong to a particular religion that isn't Roman Catholic,
yeah,
basically you might find that you'll have very, very big difficulties once your children start going to school, both in actually getting into a school and then in being treated equally when you're inside a school. So we wanted to campaign for just fair treatment for everybody. So it's not pro any particular religion or anything. It's just treating everybody fairly and treating everybody equally.
Wow. I think we all just deserve that, to have that. Yes, that's very true. So part of your goal in this organization is to remove discrimination mainly.
Absolutely, and there's a huge amount of discrimination there. Like, it's actually shocking that in 21st century Ireland, people can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, but that's exactly what's happening. So schools are allowed to choose children when they're enrolling children. They're allowed to choose children according to their religion. So in areas where schools are full, it's always the people generally Roman Catholic, because 90% of the schools are Roman Catholic.
Yes.
Generally only those people will get places, and everybody else is left searching for a school place and possibly not getting one for the year that they need, or getting one way too far away, so they have to travel a really far distance to actually get into a school. So it's a huge problem.
Yeah, but sometimes like I think I was listening to that too, I think on the radio a few months ago. I think it has to do with maybe if the population is too much in that very school area, you've been advised to kind of move to a different country or different place. So why is that so difficult? Because sometimes if the school is filled up, it doesn't mean that you're being discriminated. So what would someone do in that case then?
There isn't actually a shortage of school places in a lot of the areas where this is happening. Children are actually coming from outside the area and filling school places. So the problem really isn't in the number of school places there. Luckily, we don't have children kind of wandering the streets not being in school. Everybody gets a school place eventually.
Yeah.
It's just that some always get the dregs. They'll get the very last school place in an area. They'll get one very far away. There are ladies in the organisation, parents, men and women obviously, who actually had to send their child to a creche for an extra year, literally because they could not get school places in their area. And these are people who have houses. They can't just move to another county, and why should they? I mean, they pay the same taxes as everybody else pays. These aren't, and we're not talking about private schools here. We're talking about schools that are paid for by the taxpayer. And no matter what religion you are, you have to pay taxes, but you can't get into the schools that you're paying for. So
very true.
It's the allocation of the places that's the problem, not the number of places.
Okay, and this will be a very, very tough job for your organization right now.
Absolutely. To be honest, I think a year ago when we started campaigning, we had no idea how difficult it would be.
Yeah.
Because I only recently graduated from college. I studied law, and I just kind of came at it from principle, first of all, because I just said, this is so wrong, and we can't believe this happens. It sounds like something from Ireland in the 1950s.
Wow.
So I sort of started campaigning, and very soon it turned into a personal and more selfish campaign, because I realised that in 10 years time, 5 years time, I'll want to have children and they have no hope of getting into any of the schools in.
So you have to start doing what you have to do now by making it happen.
Absolutely, and I'm not confident that we'll have it done in that space of time. It seems so simple that you just say don't discriminate against people on the grounds of their religion.
Very true. Yeah, but fair play to you for doing that, you know. So what are the steps that one has to take, either from parenthood, or if you find yourself in a discrimination kind of environment, what are the things that you have to really do?
Well, it's an amazing situation, Chris, because usually, you know, if you were being discriminated against in your employment or in any other situation, you'd be able to, there'd be some legal remedy for you there, because generally discrimination is illegal. But this is like one very clear aspect of legal discrimination. So there's actually very little you can do, because the schools are perfectly entitled to discriminate on the basis of religion.
Wow.
So like generally we do advise parents, first of all, to get in touch with us, because we do have a legal group. So we have barristers and solicitors who are there and who actually work with individual parents to see if there is anything they can do, because sometimes there's loopholes, sometimes there is something you can do. You know, obviously get your child onto the waiting list early. Waiting list will be removed now with a new piece of legislation soon, so they won't be there anyway. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to put you on hold on that, because we're going to come back to that, because I believe most parents at home, they want to kind of find a way to get through this, because most people, I believe, will be going through this discrimination aspect. Is that correct? Yeah, so we'll come back to it. So viewers, we'll be right back, because we're going to have our own person in here, Joan Bergin will be joining us later on the show. So we'll be right back after this. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.